Greetings. I'm the Notorious ATB. We're going to get nostalgia about something that I like, and that's WCW. So let's call on Eldridge here. Hey. Now, we've got Blackburn and Tan in the intro, but neither one of them wanted to come on and talk about WCW. However,
Which I don't know why. I mean, WCW was a great time.
we went for the WCW triad and called in Joe Monroe.
Hi, how y'all doing?
So we're going to talk about WCW 1999 together here. Um, we were talking about it before we went, literally right before we hit record. I personally feel like the downfall of WCW really started with Uncensored 99.
Yes, absolutely.
When we tried to do a double turn of Hogan and Flair.
Right? Even Velcro can't believe that.
Yeah, the cat is even pissed off about it. So we're gonna start this whole summer with Spring Stampede 1999. April, it did 255,000 pay-per-view buys. That's really solid numbers, especially when you get into where we're going with some of these others.
Yeah.
And I just want to point out something before we get. It's pay-per-view, kids, not fucking PLE, okay?
Yeah, we didn't do PLEs back then. It was
no.
A premium live event is a house show.
As a fellow wrestling historian, it's pay-per-view. Shut up. AEW still does those. Continue. Sorry.
So this show you get a lot of the ECW just tossed together. You get Hack showing up with Chastity. You get Scotty Riggs and Mikey Whipwreck. It opened up with a really fun Juventud Guerrera and Blitzkrieg, though.
Yes, it did. Which lasted exactly 11-11 was the match time with that.
It was magical.
Then the next match.
Yeah. Hack and Bam Bam Bigelow in one of the worst matches I ever sat through. I remember that one, unfortunately.
I tried to forget that.
The longest 11 plus minutes of our lives we'll never get back.
Well, that was kind of Hack's role. WCW wouldn't let him bleed like ECW would, and they didn't have the carelessness that ECW did. So what the hell was Hack's point? He couldn't actually wrestle.
I mean, they could have given him a surfboard again.
They could have. He could have been Surfer Hack.
Surfer Hack.
Then we actually get a couple of really good matches. We get Kidman and Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight title.
Mm-hmm.
We get Benoit and Malenko against Saturn and Raven for the tag team titles.
Yep.
Steiner and Booker T was a fun match for the vacant US title.
Wasn't it Barry Windham and Kurt Hennig?
No, that's another pay-per-view, bro.
Yeah, this is match number 7 on the card. Steiner versus Booker T.
Like we said, it all just intertwines together. That's how bad
we actually haven't gotten to the West Texas Rednecks yet.
Yeah. So
this is No Limit Soldiers, pre-Filthy Animals. You've got Conan and Disco fighting over a rap song on this pay-per-view.
Yes.
Goldberg gets his win back against Kevin Nash for Starrcade as the co-main event of Spring Stampede, because that's getting your win back. And then we have a 4-way match that I really think this pay-per-view is the start of the evidence that even though I don't like him, that son of a bitch on Eldridge's shirt was a draw even back then.
Yeah, 4 corners match for the WCW World Championship. DDP defeats Ric Flair, who was champion, Hollywood Hogan, and Sting with Randy Savage as a special guest referee. What the hell?
And the ending was just like, what the fuck?
That he delivers an elbow drop to Flair while he's giving a figure 4.
What the fuck was that?
It was all just the dumbest cluster. And then Hogan gets hurt. He's out. He's going to be out for a while after this.
I'm hurt, brother. Per my contract, I got to go.
Yeah, per my contract, I've worked enough dates, so I'm not going to take some time off.
Time to hit the beach, brother.
But he's probably going to go make another shitty kids movie where he's going to rake in.
Hey, Three Ninjas High Noon is a great movie.
High Noon at Mega Mountain, get it right.
Whatever.
If you're gonna try and go there, get the full name, bitch.
Hey, that wig looked great on him. Okay.
Oh shit! You couldn't even say that with a straight fucking face.
No, I couldn't. Poor Jim Varney. He's the one that saved that movie. I'm sorry.
So we get to from there. We're gonna jump to Slamboree '99.
Yep.
And you're gonna see the first dip of the pay-per-view buys here.
Mm-hmm.
When we drop down to what is it, 195,000?
Yep, 195.
Yeah, 195,000 pay-per-view buys. We're going to open it up with WCW's first triple threat match and also one of the dumbest damn rules I've ever seen. It's a triple threat, but you can only tag your tag team partner in.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That was awful. There was a dumb gimmick. Good match. Dumb gimmick. I'll put it that way. One thing that I did really like was the planting of the seeds with telling Ray, or the commentary team talking about how Kidman had told Ray, like, I can't help you out all the time. I can't always be there for you.
Yep.
That's letting Ray know, all right, I got to build me some backup. So you're getting that filthy animals brewing.
Right. Now, did you see there was a dark match before this?
Yeah, Dale the Demon, pre-Demon, Torborg, took on Johnny Swinger.
Johnny freaking... This man just pops up anywhere.
Hey, for $50, he'll show up at your house today. And he'll wrestle Velcro.
You know, I would say something right now that would piss off the promotion in Tennessee, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Eldridge knows where I'm going to go with that. So, what a retirement match, right, Eldridge?
Oh, shit.
Then Conan defeated Stevie Ray.
In the shortest match of the night. And
6 minutes, 10 seconds.
6 minutes that we're never going to get back.
No. Don't forget, Vincent and Horace Hogan was with him.
Yeah, because the NWO Black and White was all three there. At this point, why, man? It was dumb. And I don't understand this narrative that Conan was a great wrestler. Yeah, he was good in Mexico, don't get me wrong. But by 99, he had already started losing a step.
Yeah, it was declining very steadily. 99.
Oh, another great hardcore match is next.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Joe.
Bam Bam Bigelow got done really dirty by WCW. That man should have got the inevitable push that Sid Vicious gets.
Hey, whoa.
He should have, dude. Bam Bam should have come in and win at Goldberg like Sid Vicious did.
No.
Instead,
even with Goldberg crushing his car?
Oh my gosh, Joe.
Look,
here's the thing, and I think that Bam Bam should have been the one to break the streak. I really do. I think Bam Bam should have done it. The way they were setting it up was so perfect. But of course, typical WCW, typical Eric Bischoff booking, it just fell flat. Didn't even...
Hey, back off the Godfather of Wrestling, Eric Bischoff, okay?
You shut the fuck up. The booker at the time that this happened was actually Kevin Nash, who happened to end the streak.
So, well, here's my question with that, though, because it's been said that he didn't start booking till after that. So I know it's like intertwined and everything.
Well,
but Bischoff said that he wasn't booking at the time. So, I mean,
WCW had a booking committee, so I'm sure Nash was part of it.
Yeah.
And there lies the problem. Anyways.
Well, I don't have a problem with the booking committee, but somebody's got to be the head of that. and they need to be able to work with the head writer and actually tell a coherent story. But WCW couldn't do that. They couldn't get it on the same page.
Yeah. And next match is Rick Steiner defeated Booker T, who was the champion for the WCW Television Championship.
With assistance from Scott Steiner.
Yep.
Let's not forget that. We're planting the seeds for the Steiners to reunite.
So here's a title. If there's any title in the world that I feel sorry for, it's that WCW Television title.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I remember absolutely loving Prince Ikea and Steven Regal.
Yep.
Prince Ikea and Rey Mysterio, Booker T and Rick Martel. Mm-hmm. Those were all great matches for the TV title. Chris Jericho made that belt relevant.
Yeah.
And we can't forget, I'm pretty sure this is television title. If not, you can correct me. The Best of 7 series between Chris Benoit and
Booker T.
Yeah.
And then they had another one in WWE for the U.S. title because it was so good.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the lineage of that title if we want to stick with it with the NWA. I mean, fuck, Arn Anderson had it for the longest time. And look at what that literally Scott hauled through the freaking thing in the trash and Duggan found it.
Well, Duggan is recognized as the last WCW television champion. So
poor Duggan.
You say poor Duggan. He got a paycheck.
That is true. That is true. All right. What's the next match?
Back to Slamboree 1999. Anyways, the next match is a classic. Gorgeous George, not the old man, Macho Man's real life girlfriend, and Charles Robinson.
No.
Little Nate.
Yeah, Little Nate, not Charles Robinson.
Accompanied by Ric Flair and Asia, because Asia is bigger than China.
Oh boy.
And what I would also like to point out is that match went 10 minutes and 39 seconds, which is longer than Buff Bagwell and Scott Steiner got, longer than Sting and Goldberg got, better than half as long as the main event got, almost as long as Roddy Piper and Ric Flair got. It can be longer than Conan and Stevie Ray. I don't really give a shit about that one. But this match getting almost 11 minutes is a damn shame.
And leading up to the match was
5 minutes,
was insane because the night after you had you thought it was going to be Ric Flair versus Macho Man because Ric Flair was coming at Macho for, counting that 3 and it didn't count, whatever, and all that bullshit. But then it started turning into, Little Nate is going to fight Gorgeous George. If Gorgeous George wins, Macho Man's reinstated. Like, what the fuck?
That match should have took place on Nitro, and then Macho and Flair should have took place on the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Instead of building to Nitro, we should be building to the pay-per-view. What a concept.
And it just fell flat.
That same night, Roddy Piper took the presidency from Ric Flair.
That ending was just Bischoff.
Suddenly, Eric Bischoff is a good guy.
Yeah. He comes down and says, I don't care what anyone says. You won this match. It's like, what the fuck?
Technically, he did by disqualification.
Yeah, well, that's where we're at now. We're going to be stuck with Piper as the new general manager or president of WCW, because back then that's what we called him.
What's president?
Huh? President? President is the person that runs things.
Isn't that the commissioner?
Yeah, you would think that's what they call it, but WCW, a president is more important than a commissioner.
Always trying to one up. I get whatever.
Yeah, you could really tell the burnout that Bischoff was going through at this point, though. And he had to do some rebuilding. Now, if you're in the process of rebuilding your own home or doing some remodeling there, perhaps you should see our good friends at Stover's Liquidation. They're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. They're available 24 hours online at www.stoversliquidation.com. You can go see them in person at 481 Tulsa Road in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, or give them a call at 865-523-4449. They have all the liquidation, wholesale home improvement items you could need. They have truckload quantities always available. Go see our good friends at Stovers, and they'll take care of you. Tell them that the Nostalgia Show sent you. So we're gonna hop into Great American Bash '99 now.
Wait, we're not going to.
Wait, hold on. We're not done.
What?
We're not going to discuss
The main event.
Oh yeah, you want to discuss that main event because you actually thought it was good. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, but Nash and DDP didn't work for me.
Brother.
So let's talk about the crazy fucking storyline leading up to the match. You had DDP as champion. He held it for what? 2 weeks, and then lost to Sting. Then they had a four-way match that night in the main event of Nitro, and he won the belt back
because Bischoff was trying to pop ratings left and right.
I mean, it's just leading up to it. It's like hot potato with the world title. It starts to mean nothing.
Sometimes have a hot shotting a belt can work, but at this point, it was like everybody got a reign because Hogan was away.
Yeah.
Let's get our reigns in before he comes back.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is, you really get to see some shitty wrestling at this point from WCW. Great American Bash, 1999. You see the whipping of Buff Bagwell right there.
Why'd you get excited, Eldridge? Stop.
Who was driving the Hummer?
Stop.
God. Opening match is another hardcore match with Hack against Brian Knobbs.
With Jimmy Hart. Don't forget about Jimmy Hart. Poor Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, Chastity was there with Hack too. It was forgettable and 5 minutes longer than it should have been. Then we get to, I want to know who it was and what drugs they were giving to people to book Van Hammer as somebody that people actually gave a shit about in 1999. They didn't give a shit about him in 1992, 1993, none of that era.
Don't worry, fellas. The baby Van Hammer's here.
Van Hammer and Mikey Whipwreck have a match. Look, Mikey Whipwreck never looked like a wrestler. I don't know why they signed him. I liked his t-shirts. That was about it.
He should have stayed in ECW.
He really should have stayed in ECW. I didn't like his look, but he was fun there. He was really good with Tajiri. Keep him there.
I think, to be honest, WCW was looking just to fill spots.
I think there was
somebody there that just they didn't watch none of the fucking tapes. They just fucking put them out there and just said, "Hey, go have a match."
I think that at this point it was a matter of, this guy's popular in ECW. Let's offer him a $150,000 contract to come over here and set in catering, and he can beat Mike Enos every 3 weeks. Yeah, I dug that one from the depths, huh? The next match on this banger of a pay-per-view, Buff Bagwell and Disco in fucking Inferno. Just in case you're curious, we are now 30 minutes into this pay-per-view, at least. We've seen 3 matches, and ain't a damn one of them been better than WLC.
Oh, come on. According to Rob, WLC.
Oh, shit.
We don't speak that name on this channel.
What the hell, Joe? We don't talk about people like that. Let's fucking go. Okay.
Not Big Boy? I mean, we're talking about pigs. So
now we're going to get into the West Texas Rednecks.
Yes!
Against the No Limit Soldiers. Because I obviously remember the great rap album that Rey Mysterio and Conan cut with Master P, right?
Yep.
Everybody, no, they weren't No Limit soldiers. They were just slapped in camouflage and put with them.
Yeah, and that's how the show began. If you remember, happened with Kurt Hennig getting a signed CD from Master P. Then he just breaks him in half.
Yeah, he got it signed for his kid. Would that make it Curtis Axel?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why Michael McGillicuddy was so on the verge of the greatness of McGillicuddy. He was disgruntled because his CD got broke before he ever got to listen to it. That's what it was. It's Kurt's problem. He was the perfect friend and the perfect wrestler, but he was not the perfect father. He couldn't keep himself under control.
What the hell? What?
Damn it, Aaron.
It's
Anyway.
not Friday yet.
Into the tag team match, Rey Mysterio and Konnan beat Kurt Hennig and Bobby Duncombe Jr. We're not going to make Wyndham and Hennig job to him. We'll let Bobby come in for that.
Yeah.
Next up, another guy that for some reason during this era they pushed, and I swear, every time that I hear his music on the network, it makes me want to drive a nail through my ears because it is not what he had. It is horribly dubbed over garbage. Ernest the Cat Miller defeats Horace Hogan.
That's Eldridge's boy. Hey,
That's Nepo nephew there.
Can I tell a story about him and Eldridge real quick? So Eldridge, the mark that he is, the WCW mark that he is, got this. Our good friend Scott, you know who I'm talking about, who sells autographs, had an original WCW promo of Ernest Cat Miller signed. Authenticity. This one right here was creaming his jeans, bro, because he won that thing. He would not shut up about it for at least a good 2 months.
An Ernest Miller autograph?
Yes.
I picked up a couple of them.
Hold on. If we're going to talk about that, Joe, let's talk about the messages you sent me when I won it, cussing me out because I beat you for it.
I just fucking with you.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who actually gave a shit enough about an Ernest Miller autograph to even get it done?
I was trying to make Scott some money, okay?
Well, fair.
Hey, I'm a collector of WCW memorabilia. If I see it, I'm gonna get it.
I bought two WCW autographs.
Prom night when you got that freaking thing.
Huh?
You were like a guy at prom night with that freaking thing.
I got 2 autographs last week off of Scott. I got a Keo.
Nice.
A Young Dragons Akio at that.
Ooh, nice.
And a Colonel Robert Parker with stunning Steve Austin. It's only signed by Parker, but it's Austin with the belt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, that's
mine.
Yeah, for $15 for the pair. Yeah, I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
Back to this wonderful pay-per-view.
Oh.
We're going to have Ric Flair. This time, he's going to beat Piper by DQ. You see how that works? Last month, it was the other way around.
Yeah, and what happens? Piper turns fucking heel.
Yeah, because they're going to beat up Buff Bagwell now, and Piper's going to become the VP because everybody in WCW needs to get a turn to be a heel. We got to build up all the heels. Do you know why we're building up all the heels?
Lord knows.
It could be that fucking shirt that Eldridge is wearing right now. Because we got to build everybody up for the Huckster to come back.
30 days out, brother. 30 days out.
You mean the Chuck? Never mind. Shut up, Joe.
Flair defeats Sting in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Isn't that where the dogs attack him?
Yes.
Okay. The less said about that, the better. Then we get the Jersey Triad.
Yes.
Competing for the tag team titles. Jersey Triad have this sweet oh my God. My brain's not doing it right now. Freebirds rule. As far as who's going to compete. Sometimes they just all 3 compete together.
Yep.
Because that's logical. It's because they're friends with the president of WCW, of course.
Can I say that's one of those short-lived stables that I think is really underrated?
Oh, absolutely. I loved the Jersey Triad.
Oh, they were great.
They beat Benoit and Saturn, who are now a tag team. The WCW tag team scene then, like the just random switching of teams.
Hey, wait a minute. Starting to sound familiar.
Well, they were just tossing everything together.
So was WWE for a time.
Yeah. And then we get the main event of Kevin Nash defeating Randy Savage by disqualification when who shows up? Sid Vicious.
Yeah, Sid!
What happened on this? Or what happens here, Eldridge?
So the lead up to this, and I think this was about a week before the pay-per-view, you had Savage coming in after having literal shit dumped on him the week before. He showed up to Nitro basically saying, "Oh, I'm going to get Nash back." But what he doesn't know is that there is actually a woman in Nash's duffel bag that opens it up, goes and drops the shit on Macho Man. Then at the end of the night, Macho gets the last laugh. Nash gets hit by the Hummer. And who was driving the Hummer? And by the way, let's talk about that scene just for a second. I have really bad eyes. I know that.
No shit.
But shut the fuck up, Joe. But I was watching it and I paused it. There are two crew members in the fucking background while the fucking Hummer is going into the fucking limousine.
Well, I mean, that's just because they were so shocked by what they were seeing, they couldn't look away.
Well,
look, everybody rubbernecks at an accident.
Well, here's the other thing, too. They had Nash, somehow walk through a fucking wall to get to the port where the limo was.
Hey, he was Super Shredder, all right? Leave him alone.
Look, bow to the power of Shockmaster. He can walk through walls, okay?
It was just so fucking bad. And they never were going to say who was driving the Hummer. They had no idea. Bischoff had no idea.
Well, they tease it again. They tease it again in a couple of months.
Yes. And then they teased it in 2000.
And you know who it was? I got it. It was fucking Rikishi. He did it for the Rock.
Oh, fuck.
Well, according to Randy Savage, whoever was driving the Hummer was a real bad dude.
Real bad.
And we know this. We also know that whoever was driving the Hummer was a fan of Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay. And we know that they were trying to take out Kevin Nash. Clearly, they have a history of being really good with vehicular homicide. Maybe it was Nick Hogan.
Oh, my God.
So, if you want to watch WCW and enjoy it, perhaps you should go see our good friends at Green Hemp Company. You can go see them at 2560 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Suite 3 in Greenville, Tennessee. They're rolling in the foothills of the Smokies from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Sundays. That's Green Hemp Company, 423-609-7138. Go see our good friend Hot Donna and have her hook you up with some quality THC products.
Do it soon because it's about to leave TikTok.
We're going to get fucking sued.
I don't give a damn.
Look, I just pitched a storyline. Bro, it's what good writers do.
Oh my, don't start with that fucking bro shit.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Don't.
It's coming.
Don't.
Oh my God. Right, can we move on to Bash at the Beach now? I mean,
all right, let's get in
to
Bash at the Beach, 1999. You see who's showing up down there in the corner?
Yeah.
Judy Bagwell.
Wedding is jeans already for Judy. I don't. You got like a gilf fetish or something. I don't know. What is wrong with you, Eldridge?
He's got mama issues.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Joe.
He's got grandmommy issues.
Don't start a sentence with. Let me tell you something.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother. Okay, listen up.
Okay.
I wasn't the one greasing their shorts during the Judy Bagwell forklift match like you were, bitch. Okay?
Oh no.
So
No.
let's go ahead
Hold
and
on.
move on.
Wait. What year were you born, Joe?
94.
He wasn't creaming anything in 1999.
Well, then I wasn't either. I was only 8.
I was 13.
Okay, so Aaron was. All right, let's fucking move on.
Yeah, change it now.
Well, the buy rate for this pay-per-view was 175,000 with an attendance of 13,624.
Yeah.
And we got another dark match out of this.
Yeah, I don't know who any of those people are.
I don't know. Not important. Move on.
We get what honestly that match could have been on the pay-per-view, and this match could have been the dark match, and I would have been happier. Ernest Miller defeats Disco Inferno. The fucking pay-per-view started off with a dance-off. That tells you where we're going. What's the next match for the fucking TV title? Rick Steiner's going to beat Van Hammer. Another dog shit match. Hold on. Let's not stop there. Let's get another dog shit match as David Flair with Ric Flair, Asia, that's bigger than China, Arn Anderson, Samantha, a.k.a. Tori Wilson. He's going to beat Dean fucking Malenko in under 5 minutes. All right. That was a pretty shitty match. Let's get to the next one on the card. Surely they wouldn't do 4 shitty fucking matches in a row, would they? I don't know. Let's see. How about the No Limit Soldiers against the West Texas Rednecks? Well, of course, Ray and Conan, they're the No Limit Soldiers. That's going to be fine. Oh, wait. Who the fuck is this big jack guy called Swole? And why does he have the worst fucking clothesline I've ever watched?
Oh, what? There's more. There's more.
Fuck me running. From there, we leave this elimination 8-man tag to quite possibly the worst match WCW has ever had, and that's including the triple tier cage and that uncensored ultimate final solution horseshit that they decided to pull. This match was the hardcore junkyard invitational that they barely had any fucking lights for.
It looked like the opening scene from fucking 13th Ghost.
It really did. It looked like the scene from 13 Ghosts, and it was 900% worse. From there, we actually have the only match that is worth
in the fucking match.
Do what?
Shivani and Ina had no idea he was in the fucking match.
Well, Public Enemy was in it randomly. Yeah. They showed up. My favorite thing was William Regal delivering an elbow drop to Mikey Whipwreck on the hood of a car.
Yep.
It ended because Finley caused an explosion that distracted everybody else, and he escaped. And that was how he won, and he got a trophy that broke like 2 weeks later on national television.
Jesus Christ, I had a better junkyard match, and that's not saying much.
No, nobody's seen yours, so it's not better, Joe. Damn, that was a look that could kill. Joe's like, you motherfucker, you just...
Over 200 views, motherfucker, okay?
Oh, shit, 200 views. I've got an old video I took of Kiawa Gordon doing karaoke, and it's got like 5,000, so, I'm big shit on campus now. This guy over here laughing his ass off. He just posts a Boy Meets World reel every couple of months, and all of a sudden everybody loves him for whatever fucking reason.
Our fucking page is growing. Shut the fuck up.
It is. It's growing. All the pages are growing. It's a great thing. Joe's had to restart his.
Hey, we don't want to fucking talk about that. I'm over it. We're rebuilding. We're doing great. Let's just move on.
So next up, the only match on the show that I actually think was a really fun match. Handicap match, the Jersey Triad against Benoit and Saturn. I keep wanting to put Saturn and Raven because they were the champions before all this shit show started. Jersey Triad wins the tag team championships, and now we're going to get a boxing match. Their gloves are so big, they look like some of those Rock'em Sock'em kids' inflatable gloves. We've got Judge Mills Lane because we should have at this time in professional wrestling, it makes perfect sense to cut a 6-figure fucking check to have an old guy boxing referee show up at a wrestling show, right?
Yeah, and
Right?
the boxing match ends with a fucking wrestling move.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Why is everybody able to point the finger at Vince fucking Russo as the downfall of WCW when all of this shit was going on before Vince Russo showed up?
He made it worse.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Are you going to tell me that Vince Russo made it worse when the main event of Bash at the Beach 3 years prior was the debut of the NWO is a fucking tag team match where whoever pins Kevin Nash as the new world heavyweight champion, that's worse than Vince Russo?
You got a fair point. Fair point.
All right then. Yeah, this is one of the worst wrestling pay-per-views I ever
Who
saw.
was it Sullivan booking this crap?
I don't know. I don't know. Somehow it got a 2.0 from 411 Mania. Oh, the only match worth watching is the tag team title match. Yeah.
Yeah, and the World Heavyweight title match, I mean, fuck. So we all know. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I'd rather watch an AJ Hart match. That's all I'm going to say. But continue.
Shut the fuck up. But the thing with the championship match, Savage won, and Savage was supposed to have a pretty decent reign. I've talked with Aaron about this week. Savage, during a promo, during a vignette, ran up.
So hold on. If anybody has ever seen Botchamania, Sin for the Man, you have seen Randy Savage smack Tori Wilson, or Samantha, as she's known at the time. Smacked her so hard her real name came out. And that is why at this point, Randy Savage was not going to get a real world title reign. Instead, he got to hold the belt for a day.
Which I don't understand. If you were going to drop the belt to Hogan, why not have Nash win and then him and Hogan fight at Roadblock? Because that's what fucking happened anyways. That's something I'm not understanding.
Sorry. Why didn't Hulk Hogan come out at Bash at the Beach? The pay-per-view. Why wasn't Hogan versus Savage the main event of Bash at the Beach? You could have had this tag team match on Nitro the week before. Hogan show up at the end of Nitro and challenge him 3 years to the date from the day that Hogan dropped the leg on him and turned on Savage.
Brother.
Instead, we do it on Monday Night Nitro to try and pop a rating that does not fucking matter, and it does not happen. Because at this point, Eric Bischoff is booking as poorly as Triple H does today. Yeah, because Triple H doesn't know how to book for anything but TikTok. If Bischoff had TikTok, WCW would have still been around because everybody would have been posting 30-second clips of Hulk Hogan shredding his shirt. And they would have been like, oh my God, Hulk's back.
Not a big Hulk. I'm sorry.
No, I've never been a big Hulk Hogan. I liked Hollywood. Hollywood was fun.
Yeah, he was okay, but I'm just not a. But yeah.
Now, if you're someone who has issues with professional wrestling today, myself and my normal co-host Sil510 would like to invite you to Shoots Giving. Floor is open for everybody to talk about anything that's bothering them.
Okay.
This Friday, live on Twitch. If you want to talk about anybody in the world of professional wrestling, it's on you to say what you want.
Alex, is there anything you want to say to a lot of people in the independent scene of Kentucky?
You'll have to check it out Friday.
All right. Before we, or as we close this up, let's look at WCW Road Wild 1999.
Hang on. So the poster for this is Tanner's favorite poster. I just want to say.
Why? What is the poster for this?
It's literally
it's Goldberg.
Goldberg. It looks like he's about to take a fucking eat a road long ways. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to drive right into Goldberg's mouth.
Yeah. But
So
it was only 5,500. This is in Sturgis, by the way, folks.
yeah, this is Sturgis where everybody got in for free.
Yeah.
Too. Let's remember that.
Yeah. Buy rate was 235,000.
Hogan's back. Hogan's back. We get a boost of 60,000 buys.
Hang on. Tagline is it'll take more than attitude to ride out of here.
Yeah, that's true. So the sad thing is, this is actually not a bad pay-per-view.
No.
It's not.
Ooh, first match. Yeah, I remember this now.
Yep. We're going to get the Filthy Animals, Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, and Eddie freaking Guerrero against the Insane Clown Posse and Vampiro. The Deadpool. Raven was out there with him. That was a blast.
And let me tell you, I know a lot of people hate on ICP, but
you included
those, yeah, well, yes, me as well.
Don't fucking.
But I will say this.
Sorry.
They can put on a fucking match.
They're fun. They liked wrestling. They were willing to work. So, I mean, and it worked great. It got everybody promotion. They did a lot better for them than WWF did at the time.
Yet they're not in a fucking wrestling Hall of Fame. It is blasphemy that they're not in a Hall of Fame. Sorry.
Agreed.
Sorry.
I would also like to state that Vampiro is actually still working in JCW. He is working as a stable or with a stable against Violent J now. So it's kind of ironic that here we are 26 plus years later, and these two guys are still working together at least. JCW, Lunacy, available on YouTube every Thursday. Sorry, gotta put it over because I'm loving that shit.
It's great. It's a lot better than what you're seeing on.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I got time to catch up. So
yep.
Can you even see it?
Well, here's the great thing. If you're not able to watch the full episode from 2 weeks ago, just to get caught up from this one, you can watch last week's till 5. In our first segment, we're catching you up on JCW Lunacy 57. It's what we do right now. Yeah. See, we're gonna help you out. You can watch our show, and then you hop over and watch the next episode of JCW.
Till 5, I will include the John Monroe show as Down with the Clown.
That's good. You're getting there. Even Tan's accepting it. So the next match on the pay-per-view, Harlem Heat win the tag team titles from the Jersey Triad.
That was a great match. I don't care what anybody says.
And with the Jersey Triad, I want to add it's Canyon and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, DDP's got a match later on.
Yep.
The crowd reaction worked for me because Harlem Heat were getting a good reaction.
Yes.
The match was better than I thought, and at the time I was like, I don't really want this. Why would anybody have wanted this? But I see they didn't really have anywhere for Booker or Stevie to go at this point because Bischoff didn't know to elevate people instead of just keeping them all around the middle. And then, speaking of keeping people all around the middle, we're going to have the West Texas Rednecks losing. That's the West Texas Rednecks of Bobby Duncombe Jr., Barry Windham, and Kurt Hennig. Kendall was outside. They're going to lose to the Revolution. That's Shane Douglas, Perry Saturn, and Dean Malenko.
Another table.
Oh, God, that was so much fun. The 6-man tags tonight. Look, we opened up with 3 really fun matches. And as much as I shit on Ernest Miller earlier, his next match, the crowd was going nuts for this. So I'm not going to shit on that. Huh?
With Buff Bagwell out of all people.
Yeah. Ernest Miller and Buff Bagwell, the crowd was going nuts.
I always loved when they did Sturgis. The crowd was always really good.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Sturgis shows.
But you know what? This next match is actually my favorite Chris Benoit and DDP match.
Really?
Yes, it is. Benoit versus Diamond Dallas Page, no disqualification for the United States title, which Benoit went over. I don't know. I really enjoyed it, even as because that's one. I know I was like 5, but I still kind of you know how you get like some glimpses of your. This is one that I can glimpse back to and be like, yeah, I watched that live as a kid.
See, I found that one to be boring.
Really,
I was not a fan of that match between those two guys. Yep.
Oh, hey, our boy's coming up.
Yeah, he's right around the corner. Again, it really should have been Bam Bam Bigelow and Sid Vicious's role here. They should have built him up, and he should have been coming after Goldberg for months.
Well, here's my question: what would have done with Sid?
I don't care. We should have fixed Bam Bam first instead of the guy who stabbed Arn Anderson with scissors. There's a fucking thought, huh? Maybe we shouldn't bring back the attempted murderer and push the guy that we already signed. But Bischoff was like, well, we didn't beat we didn't beat Monday Nitro this week. Let's hire somebody else.
What? And you have half the brain that I do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
this guy's the one that's going to fix everything for us. We're going to have him beat Sting.
I low key like Sid. Okay.
I liked Sid. He was fun, but he wasn't talented.
Oh, I want to bring up something real quick off topic. I mentioned it earlier in the TikTok. Sid Vicious' son is actually trying to get a annual memorial show together in West Memphis. So, and all the proceeds are going to go to the animal shelters that Sid donated and volunteered at. So, I think that's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah.
That smells like a road trip for me. I'm going to go to West Memphis, Arkansas.
I'm not going to West Memphis. But cool for them. Hi, Ozzy.
What's up, Ozzy?
What's going on, bub? You want to talk about some WCW?
Not really. No, thank you.
Okay. We're going to get Goldberg to beat Rick Steiner in a horribly short match. But that's what Goldberg's good at.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing Goldberg's good at.
Well, if you notice, in this match, Goldberg is sporting the gigantic knee brace.
Now, was this during the time of that god-awful Universal Soldier movie, right?
Yeah, this is when he had that Crush music and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what you get on the network, though.
Poor Megadeth.
And now, you want to talk about poor?
Why did this even happen? Alex, can you tell us the build-up here? That was your job for this episode.
Which match are we talking?
Randy Savage versus Dennis Rodman.
I know apparently Rodman was trying to get Gorgeous George.
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing is that he wasn't really on the shows leading up to the match until like the last week. So you were basically holding on to Savage doing that storyline by himself. And I guess it was a reprimand to Savage for the slap. He had to fight Rodman, and we all know how that went. They used a urinal.
Yeah, that was neat to see all the shit go flying out of it while they were there. I was looking. Apparently, there was also supposed to be a match between Mona and Medusa that got kicked off the card, and Finlay was supposed to take on Jimmy Hart's first family. That's Hugh Morris and the Barbarian, and was Ming part of that one too?
I want to say because Mona and Medusa, they fought the night after, right, on Nitro.
I think so.
Probably. They had to clear time because Savage and Robin needed 11 minutes.
Well, I need 11 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 11 minutes to beat up the Rodman. Yeah. I'm gonna give him an elbow drop right on his little worm. Main event, we're gonna get Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash in a retirement match for the world title. That did not have anybody retire.
I was gonna say Nash showed up the next night on fucking Nitro.
Mm-hmm. And that concludes part 1 of this. If you guys want to do another, because part 2, will be the start of Vince Russo.
Don't, fine.
If
Fine.
if
Fine.
you want to do a part 2 here in a
Let's
couple of
do
months,
it.
let's see how this does.
Let's fucking do it.
We can do from Russo's start through the end of the year.
Oh, you mean this end of the year?
Yeah, that end of the year. What happened that night?
I'm pretty sure that Bret Hart got concussed.
He did, but it's really great that Bret never mentions that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm glad that Bret is able to peacefully let that go.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
Any final
he let
thoughts,
it go.
Joe?
Bill Goldberg.
Well, we're building him up now.
He's no El Dandy, damn it.
Well, yeah, we've got a long road to go here, and how bad this is going to get real quick.
Good Lord. We need to get Bear in here if it's going to be the start of Vince Russo. I want to hear Bear rant.
Well, Bear had the invite, but
did.
Bear doesn't like to work with me. He says I'm mean.
Listen. Bear is a very busy man. He's holding down the fort at WSN. And, fuck, man. I mean, he's keeping it together, Look how many interviews he's done.
You kiss his ass some more, Joe.
Well,
Jeez, man.
well, it's that
How's
glory.
that milk dud taste right about now?